Well, the story is first heartbreaking and breathtaking because there are so many names of offenders who have worked in schools and in parishes and in Catholic dioceses in New York and who are now accused in legal actions of childhood sexual abuse. So many that are still out there and that have done so much harm to so many. So it's really time, and the time is short, for survivors, witnesses, whistleblowers, but particularly survivors, to come forward and have the truth known and take some action to expose their offender and ultimately protect other kids. And what we decided we had to do as an imperative, armed with the courage of all the survivors that have come forward and all the information and evidence we've assembled, that we have to get that data assembled and organized and posted. So we created a database that identifies every offender that has been sued related to the Catholic Church hierarchy in New York, and the location of those offenses, and assembled the lawsuit that has been filed naming those offenders. We've created it and are posting it because the people have to know. Not just the people in the pews, not just the people in the parishes, all the people in the community need to know who has been accused of childhood sexual abuse, and they need to know about where the perils are and have been. And I'm not just talking about the past, I'm talking about the present. We also need and want the survivors to know who has been accused legally and sued, so that survivors can know that they may not be the only one who have been suffering alone and in silence. And so the survivors can access this database and find out if the offender that abused them, the priest that violated them, for example, violated others, and can be empowered with the knowledge that they're not alone, and can take some action and do something within the short time left. And that short time left, and that deadline is up until August 13th, no later. In this database, there have now been filed 3,336 lawsuits naming child molesters in the suit who are affiliated in some way with the Catholic bishops and dioceses in the state of New York. 3,336 suits through May 31st of this year. What we do know is that there's 176 new names that have never before been publicly revealed. And what we don't know is where they are right now, and how much access they have to kids, and what they're doing as we speak. What we do know that in the Diocese of Rochester, there are 328 lawsuits that have been filed. We also know that in the Diocese of Rochester, there are 128 individuals publicly named in those suits. What we don't know is where they are, where they're working, and what kids they have access to. And that has not been revealed to the public. And we also know that the time for survivors that have been abused by those named and yet to be is running short, and it is a race against time and up until August 13th.